welcome to District 122, and you're hanging out with your girl Latrice Denio. So someone suggested that I do a get ready with me. I didn't really feel comfortable because I'm very self-conscious about like my hyperpigmentation on my face, and I was like, I really didn't want to, but I did want to like catch you guys up on like the Outcry tour and just to like chit chat in my mouth a little bit. So I don't want you to think that this is a tutorial at all. I'm not gonna really be displaying products, but I'm just gonna go ahead and start because I am running late and it's basically 4 o'clock and church starts at 5. So I decided to go to the Outcry tour in Charlotte, North Carolina, like the day, oh my gosh, my contact got stuck. The day of, like, I wanted to go, but all my friends had like other things to do, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, I feel like I just feel like I just felt in my spirit that I was gonna have like a good time, so I'm like, whatever, I'm just gonna go by myself. It is what it is. So I go and I purchased my ticket, and I'm like super excited that I'm going, and then I walk up and I see like thousands of people in this line. It was so many people there. I got there at like 5:30. No, I got there at like 5, and it started at 7 o'clock, and people were just like lined up outside. I mean, like literally like thousands of people. So I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? I go there and it's like so many people like obviously are like with other people. So I'm like whatever. Like, so I wasn't really hard on myself. It was just like, I know how I am, and I'm like, when I get inside and I start hearing the music and, you know, I'm just like in a good atmosphere, I know I'm gonna be fine. So, oh my gosh, I just literally put too much makeup on my hands. So like, I see everyone with this wristband on, like this general admissions wristband, and I'm like, I do not have one of those. So I like asked this girl in line, I'm saying like, hey, do I have to have one of those to get in? She's like, yeah, you didn't get one? And so I'm like, no, I didn't get one. And she was like, oh, you didn't get yours in the mail? And I was like, no, I just purchased today. And she was like, oh girl, I don't know what you're supposed to do, but I think you should be fine. And so she was like, did you come by yourself? And I'm like, yeah, I came by myself. She was like, oh, cool. She was like, I went by myself last year, but I went to the one in Texas or whatever. And she was like, and then she introduced me to her friend. And they were both really sweet. And she was like, girl, don't worry about it. Like, you can hang out with us. And I was like, so relieved. And after that, we were just like talking, and like the conversation was just so fluid. It wasn't forced. We ended up going to went to the same church, and I didn't know, because it's like a lot of locations at the church that I go to, and I was going to one on one side of town for the longest, and then I just moved to the another side of town, and I've been going to that one just for a little bit. So she's just like, yeah. So basically it was like so amazing. They were like super, I don't know, I just cannot explain to you how like much of a blessing they were to me that day, because I'm really an introvert, and I'm like, it's so crazy because right like 2 minutes before I met them, I had posted on Snapchat, I said on days like this I wish I was an extrovert. And so then like literally 2 minutes later, that's when I met them, and she's like, oh my gosh. She was like, it's so funny because my friend is the exact same way. Like, she's an introvert too, but once you get to know her, like, she will talk your head off. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, it just reminded me of me so much. I was like, yep, that's me all day. So we get inside, and we're waiting, and it's just so, it was just like the atmosphere was like already set before they turned the lights off. Everybody was just like, you know, just being very like friendly to everyone, especially that was like already in our section. It was really cool. And Elevation Worship performed, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, they could not have like literally picked a better, I guess, band or music group to start it off with. And I just love literally like all their songs, like all of their worship songs, and their new CD is super crazy. Like, I love it. Like, it's called There's a Cloud, but the song There's a Cloud, before they even came out with that CD, like, I was listening to that song, I'm like, this song will literally do something to your spirit. Like, it is just like, it just makes you so grateful for, you know, everything. And then just like, and it makes you, it just confirms the promises that, you know, God has already given you. And it's just like, you know, it's just like basically saying we receive your reign, like we receive your grace, we receive your mercy, we receive your promises. Like it was just, oh, anyway, it was so good. Then Pastor Stephen from Elevation Church gets up there and does like a mini, like a 15-minute sermon. I'm like, y'all, when I tell you guys, that sermon was so for me. I was just over it. Like I was over it. Like I had talked to my best friend the day before about like situations that I have been going through over the past like couple of days and how I've been feeling. And what he said was basically the same thing that she said. And I was like, man, like, oh my gosh. Like, it was just so crazy. Like how much on point they were with each other. And also my cousin had like told me the exact same thing. And I'm like, okay, God, like this is just all confirmation that I really need to like, you know, move on and let go and just trust in you and just have faith that you are going to, you know, make a way out of no way for me. But I'm just going to put those I'm gonna put videos of the concert after this get ready with me video so you guys can see. And oh my gosh, if they have not come to your city yet, make sure you go because it was so amazing. And if you don't have anyone to go with, still go. I'm like, I promise you. Like I walked up to that lawn, I was like, if I don't make friends with anyone, and I was like, I know I'm gonna, I was like, I have to make friends with someone. Like, out of all these people, I had to make friends with someone. And I had, like, asked my mom before I bought the ticket. I was like, Mom, should I go? My mom was like, I think you should go. I think it should be fun. She was like, God is going to be there. And it was, Lauren Daigle was there. I think that's how you say her name. When I tell y'all, I was just, like, so stunned by her voice. She is so amazing. I was just like, I just sat there. Like, and I just stared at her and just thinking about, you know, like, this voice is, like, really angelic, and it was so soulful, and I'm like, oh my God. If she isn't proof that there is a God, there is a God. Like, her voice was just simply amazing. It was so amazing. And then after that, I believe that Jesus Culture performed, and of course they were good. I didn't stay and watch all of it just because, like, you know how parking lots are, they get like super crowded like after like a game or a concert or something like that. And you know, God is really working on me and my patience, y'all. Like I mean, he's really working on me because he really is working on me, because when I tell you I really have no patience at all, like I have like zero to no patience. And I was like, let me go ahead and get out of here before like all these thousands of people start rolling out. And oh my gosh, it's so crazy because my eyebrows look so bad in my camera, but in my mirror right here, they're not that bad. But anyway, I can't sit here and I can't continue to concentrate on my eyebrows because I have things to do. Ooh. Speaking of, you know, like, that just reminds me, like, I can't sit and worry about things that God has already handled. Just like this concealer. This concealer is already handling. Like, I can't sit there and, you know, like, dwell on something or keep trying to change who I am or keep trying to change what I'm supposed to do and who I'm supposed to be with when I know that God is already in control of that. He's already forgiving me and cleaning my mistakes up, you know? So, I mean, that was very random, but if you have been in my shoes over the past couple of days, you will understand the relevance, for real. But other than that, like, I don't know. I just wish you guys would have been with me for real. For real, it was like so amazing. And then so many people either rededicated their life to Christ or just gave their life to Christ that day, and I just burst out crying. I mean, like, while they were singing, before they even asked anyone to like come to Christ, like at a like literally at a concert, I was just praying, and I was just, I forgot what song was playing, but I was just like, I didn't even know they were going to have like a mini sermon or anything, and I was just like, God, like, please allow souls to come to you today. Like, you know, we need you know, we need that, and we need them to, for everybody to kind of like get in line and get in order with what you have them to do, so we can just build and build others within your kingdom. So I was just like praying and asking God for that before they even asked. And I was like, oh, this is absolutely amazing. I was just so, I don't know, that day just made me so happy. Like, I was like, okay, well, now this is just confirmation that I can go places by myself, and like, who knows who I will meet. So I was like, yes, honey. And it's just so crazy because now the ladies that I met, she has like an e-group, and she's like, yeah, you should come to our e-group. And if you don't know what e-group is like a support system, kind of like a support system, it's kind of like a support system, but it's also like a accountability partners, but it's also like a Bible study. It's just to get to understand and know God's word a little deeper, because the church is so big. It's like you segue into these little things, and you guys meet maybe like once a week or twice a week to really dig into the word, and just kind of like you know, even like let people know what you're going through, allow them to pray for you and vice versa and stuff like that. So just definitely being intentional about your relationship with God or whatever. But anyway, it was amazing, and I do plan on going there e-group, because I haven't been to my e-group in a while after like trying to move and all this other type of stuff. So I think it'll be good to like get around like women my age and basically be there for each other. But anyway, also I had called my cousin. Have you guys watched the Married at First Sight? Married at First Sight TV show? I think it's like on TLC. I had to call my cousin. I was like, yo, this is nuts. I don't know my time right now. It's like 13 minutes, so it has to be 4:13. I need to be leaving at 4:30. And I was like, have you watched this? Like, this is nuts. Like, people are, their first date is them getting married, and I just like did not know how I felt about that. It just did not sit with my soul. But like, when I called her, she was like, you know, like, that's how it was like back in the day. Like, you had no control over, you know, who you married. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I can't, like, I don't feel like, I'm not going to bash anyone on that show, but I was like, I literally cannot imagine meeting my husband the day that I marry him, and like that being our first date. But after we say that, like, under God, I'm like, I don't know. I don't blame about that. But I do believe in like unconventional like ways to find your husband and your wife. But I was like, this may be a little extreme for me. But you know, you never know. God may call me to go on that show one day. I'm gonna say hopefully not, you know, but because he knows me. He knows me. He knows what I need, and he knows exactly how and where to touch my heart and who is going to touch it. So, you know, I'm just gonna leave that at that. But I'm like, and then on that show, it was just very weird how you just jump. It's okay to jump in a relationship, but it wasn't okay to jump into like sex, even though this is your husband. It's like, oh no, we want to do things the right way. And I'm like, Y'all didn't think about doing things the right way before you got in the show and say, hey, I want to get married. Like, what? Now things aren't the right way, but I mean, that's your life. That is your husband, and both of y'all decide to do that, then go for it, honey. Go for it. Oh my gosh, I should definitely use this as my mirror because this, ooh, oh, honey. But yeah, that show was pretty crazy. So yesterday was Cinco de Mayo, and I like stayed in the house and I watched well, I was gonna say television, but I watched Netflix, but obviously it was on the television. But I watched 13 Reasons Why, and I had this conversation with my coworker, which is also like my friend, and she was like saying how she feels like 13 Reasons Why is a good show, but she just doesn't like the way that they're kind of like promoting it being okay to I'm sorry guys, I cannot do two things at one time. It being okay to commit suicide when things go wrong. And I was like, oh, well, I didn't. And this is why it's always important to like put yourself around other people, because other people, even though, you know, you may be on, you feel like you're on this walk by yourself, you know, get in, you know, a church, or either seek God, or, you know, ask God, like, hey God, like, listen, I need you to, you know, to send me someone, you know, just to bounce ideas off, or just to, you know, have someone to support you. But she was like, I just feel like they're supporting the fact that it's okay to, you know, commit suicide. And I'm like, no, I didn't really think about it like that, but I definitely understand like why she may feel like that. But that show's pretty good. So I watched that. It's just super crazy. And then at the end, I'm like, I really kind of don't like, I like the show, but I kind of, now that she said that and brought my eyes to that, it was like, I really didn't like it, because if you haven't watched it, I don't really remember movies and TV shows like that, so excuse me, but I'm just gonna tell you what happened at the end. Then another like teenager killed themselves, and I was like, oh no, like, this is not like okay. I say it like a lot, sorry guys. I'm like, this is not okay that they're showing these teens killing themselves off of things that, you know, seem petty to us right now because we're probably like older, but like when we're younger, you know, I'm sure I'm not saying that everyone has thought of suicide, but like when we're in high school, we all like had things to where it made us feel a little bit self-conscious about ourselves, or self-cautious about, you know what I mean, about ourselves or whatever. But it's never okay to resort to that. And I just want everyone to know, like, I don't know how old you are, but like, God has a plan for you. And that's what I had to realize. And I will tell you my story later about that. But God literally has a plan for you, but you can't give up, because what you're going through is going to be your testimony to bring someone out of whatever they're going through right now. Because the thing is that even on the show, it just shows that she's not the only one that's going through stuff. Like, she felt like everyone was behind her and against her, but she wasn't the only one that was going through stuff. And, you know, like, even though you don't feel like you're loved, you don't want to ever leave and then, you know, and like, just show people that you love them and that you care about them right now, because you just never know what someone else is going through. And I was like telling someone the other day that I was going through, and they were like, what? Because I never show when I'm like going through stuff. I never talk. I really don't talk about what I go through. And I feel like it's just because I've always been that way, or people have did things to make me feel like I can't really be open about that. But you have to forgive people for how they made you feel, because, you know, when you're in this Christian walk, and this is why I feel like it's so important for me to start this channel, because I want this to be a community, just for the simple fact that I've many times felt, I think I got some on my lid. Have many times felt like I've been alone and I haven't had anyone to talk to, but I know that, you know, I can talk to him and that I can go to him. But it's hard to really understand that sometimes when you're in the midst of it. So that's why I wanted to build District 122, because I wanted it to be all about, you know, not to say that the Christian lifestyle is like, it is different, so I'm not going to say that it's not different, but not to say that, I don't know, I don't want to take that back, but I just wanted to build off of like a Christian lifestyle, because a lot of people feel like when they become Christians, they can't do anything, or they can't wear anything, or, you know, no one understands them because you're younger, and a lot of people may not come to Christ until they're old. And I'm like, I didn't know that this many people that's like walking the walk until I started walking it, and I started experiencing people. I started talking to people who were going through the same thing that I was going through. And so now I'm like, okay, what I'm thinking in my head is like, now let's create an avenue to where we can all support each other. I think that's very important for us, because it's so easy to backslide and to fall into a mindset or fall into sin, because sin is so much easier than being disciplined. Like I had mentioned in my last video, you know, it's so easy to go back to that, oh, God knows my heart thing. And he does. Maybe that is the issue, because maybe your heart isn't, you know, where it should be. But, you know, you're where God wants you to be, you know, but just strive to be more intentional about your life and about your relationship with him. Because, honey bunny, I get it. I don't know what lipstick I want to wear. I think I want to wear this lipstick, just for the simple fact that these matte lipsticks sometimes be getting out of hand, honey. Out of hand. They make my lips so chapped. So, I think I'm going to put this one on. 2 lips. I know I said this wasn't a tutorial, but this is like one of my favorites from ColourPop. It's one of my favorites, so I'm gonna put this one on. They're so smooth. It's so smooth. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be running late for church. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, I wanted to talk to you guys mostly about the Outcry tour, and I'm like so random, so my topics will jump from one to the other. So when I went to Outcry, I also left a little bit early for the simple fact that I wanted a t-shirt, but I didn't know which t-shirt I wanted, so I just bought the Outcry t-shirt. So that is, I don't know where my setting spray is at, but it's okay. I mean, church is only an hour. Listen, y'all, I had to get the some waterproof mascara, because I feel like ever since like I started having a relationship with Aquarius, I'm like so sensitive about everything. Like I would just bust out crying right now as this video is going on. Like I'm not even kidding. And if you guys have that problem too, let me know. Anyway, I'm going to show you this mascara. It's called Better Than Sex, but keep your mind open. But yeah, I got this from Too Faced. I got this from Sephora, and this definitely worked at the concert. So I'll probably get the bigger one, but I usually use the Benefit. But if you are a Christian crier, honey, this is it. But I am going to put my helmet on, aka my hair, and then I'm gonna put my t-shirt on, my Outcry t-shirt that I bought at the concert, and what else? And I'm about to get to church, because now I've been recording for 24 minutes. So all right, just something simple. It's Saturday. Most people go to church on Sunday, so It shouldn't be that big of a deal, but it's a little bit ways away, so your girl needs to get to moving. So in these next couple of clips will be like clips of the actual concert. But yeah, love you guys. I decided to go to the Outcry tour at the last minute. I still have to put my makeup on. I had to run to the house and get it, go back to work, but I'm excited. So I just got here and I thought that I would have like time to like do the rest of my makeup, but the line is like so long and it starts like in 2 hours. But I will try to like show you guys some of the concert. Love you. This is completely nuts. I did not know it was going to be like this. Hopefully I can at least make one friend of all these people.
Speaks from heaven and he says, I hear you crying out and I know you're afraid and I know you're in the middle, but if you keep it moving, I will make a way before you. If you will turn your eyes from what's behind you and fix your eyes on the future and set your eyes. Keep it moving. In the middle. Raise your staff and stretch out your hand. Isn't it amazing that sometimes what we'll ask God to do for us, He's already put in our hands?
Right.
What is needed for it to be done? Can I encourage you to do something tonight? I know the event is called Outcry, but don't just cry out tonight. No. Cry out and cross over. Cry out and cross over. Maybe you've been feeling stuck lately in your life and you've been waiting on God to do something for you. Could it be that He's already put in your hand, in your mouth, in your heart, the faith that you need to move forward? Could it be that He's already done on the cross everything that needs to be done for you to live the life that He has called you to live? Could it be that you're waiting on God to make a move and He's waiting for you to stretch out your staff and lift up your voice and lift up a praise and lift up a shout and stretch out your hand and lift up your voice and lift up a praise and lift up a shout? Come on, move forward. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Watch this. You're only stuck if you stop. You're only stuck if you stop. And see, I need to explain this because sometimes we walk into the middle of a movie. My wife, who is here tonight,
there is an atmosphere of victory in this place tonight. I can just feel it. Whenever that happens, I get the run. You know, where you want to just run all over the place. I almost said get the runs, but that would have been a much different situation. Oops. It's easy. There's joy in the presence of God, too. That means we can be goofy. We can have fun. Well, I was talking with one of my new friends right over here. I can't see because the fog. Okay, yeah, there they are. Before the show, and I just got so, the term wrecked by one of the sayings that this fine man told me. He said, Lauren, I just can't wait to worship in the presence of God tonight because Jesus is going to be sitting on the edge of that stage with His feet dangling out, and He's going to look out and see all of His children worshiping, and it's just going to bring His heart so much joy, so much excitement. I just couldn't help but feel, as he said that, God sings over us. You know, he sings over us. And sometimes I was like, okay, what's that about? But I don't know, maybe tonight we just ask God, what's the song that you're singing over us? What are you singing over us tonight? What is it that you're saying about your people? I think he is pleased. I think he's delighted to spend time with us. I think it's just, speak what is true. 'Cause I am found, I am yours. I speak
Concert was like simply amazing. It's the best thing probably ever concert I've ever experienced in my life. And I am just beyond grateful that I've met some sweet people that I am going to hang out with after this. I'm so excited. I love